So Hampton is a family-owned company, and they've been in Oregon for 75 years.
Hampton's long-term vision is to first follow the rules, follow the laws, and then some. It's important to the people that I work for and the people I work with, and me too, that we provide the most protection we can to the stream, whether it's shade for fish, whether it's long-term woody debris, that we're doing what the biologists tell us that the ecosystem needs for the long-term health of the riparian area and the stream.
This property is a long-term property for Hampton, and it's planned to stay in the family, and so it's a very valuable piece that we want to manage for the long term.
Well, I think that the Forest Practices Act, one of the strengths is that it does provide options for the landowner. It's not just that you have to leave a set distance in the riparian management areas and stay out of them, that it allows the operator and the landowner to make decisions on the ground about what they choose to do and how they choose to do it, how it'll set it up to better the habitat along the stream for the future.
So a hardwood conversion harvest is where you're removing hardwood from the stream buffer. And the idea behind that is that hardwood does not provide as much shade as a conifer-dominated standwood. And so by removing the hardwood, we can replace it with conifer to provide greater shade in the future for that stream. So when we're choosing an operator for an operation like this, we're looking for an operator that has a long history of excellent work quality and that has the experience and knowledge, that we have a great working relationship. That's very important, especially on operations like this, where you have more difficult harvest conditions.
I've worked in the woods for 46 years. I expect a job well done. I expect people to work hard, hustle, and do a good job, a job they're proud of. Something I learned from my dad.
Before any work was done, we all understood what was on the ground and what was to be expected.
We've done pre-site meetings. We talk about it. We have a safety meeting. We talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to log this unit. Wow, this is complicated. How are we going to fall these trees here, not get them into the RMA? Where are we going to bring these trees to process and work up and not deliver any sort of sediment to the stream?
So the use of technology really allows us to ensure that we're following the Forest Practices Act. One of the great tools with LiDAR is to be able to see stream channels and to be able to identify where streams are prior to field work and identify unstable slopes or other considerations. LiDAR is almost indispensable for that.
We need to tread lightly around the streams. In Clatsop County, there's just about a stream in every logging job. We need to be alert, make sure that we're not getting any sediment in the stream.
Well, by doing this during the dry season, we didn't have that risk or worry about having sedimentation reach the live stream. And anytime we have sediment that reaches a live stream, it has a negative impact on the fish and the other aquatic life.
You know, a lot of people look at, well, the loggers, they just destroy everything. No, we're environmentalists also.
They live here, they work here, they hunt here. They really do care about the land and the job they leave behind.
They were working in places very close to the stream and in the stream buffers, and doing that work is very sensitive. And they were able to do it very well and were able to leave the leaf trees in the stream buffers in very good shape and not damage the buffers at all.
We try not to take any corridor trees. We try to work through the RMZ and protect the buffer, keep it in one piece, and keep the sediment out of the creeks.
They have large ground-based operating machinery that's track-mounted, and that allows them to be able to handle the wood and pass it from place to place rather than drag the wood. And you can see that in the post-harvest portions of this operation. You can't even tell where they've been.
And Jay Browning met or exceeded all my expectations on that. He really went above and beyond.
You know, I think a A logger has to believe in the Forest Practices Act, that it's good for the waters of the state, good for the ground, good for the animals. The whole idea is just to protect the environment. I talked to a couple of commercial fishermen one day, and they said, "Thank you for the job well done. We're seeing the fish come back."